daily, a daily, 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 a daily, 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 daily Gogetemism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, take it off fast, ain't no coasting, and everything is gonna be okay. And we do this every day if we can. Hey, sometimes it doesn't work out, but it's gonna work out tonight. It's gonna be alright, and I'm glad to be here to share a little something that happened to us this year. Yeah. And we bang, and y'all know that from 7 o'clock to 8 we hang. But now it's 8 to 9, and that's fine because sometimes we gotta do that. Yeah, sometimes. And it's good to see y'all here. T carry right morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site and stay white. That's right. Good to see you tonight. And Queen Monica D, what's going on, Matamaini? It's good to see y'all, man. Tonight we talk about good looks with no sex appeal. Good looks with no sex appeal, which y'all know. I mean, this is a totally possible thing to happen. But when you really think about it, how does it make any sense? How can you be good looking but not have any sex appeal? Well, most of us understand that sex appeal is a whole different thing separated from good looks. But when you really think about it, how can sex appeal be separated from good looks? Now we're going to get into a hot and heavy tonight. So I want y'all to come on in, get comfortable. Bring a friend. Get your beverage of choice. And we're going to do this thing. Run it like a Rolls Royce. And you're going to like this combo. It's like a combo of your favorite meals put together. But we do this in the windy type weather. And it's going to be all right. So how y'all feeling, man? Y'all good? Hey, y'all good? That's right. Good looks with no sex appeal. What do y'all know about that? Sorry, allergies want to act up tonight, but we're going to fight through it and we're going to win. That's the thing. We're going to fight through it and we're going to win. So let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752. With this your daily. The Daily Gogetemism show. We do this every single day. Every day it rains. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. I'm host Sun 752, aka Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Daily Gogetemism show, all up in your area. 8 o'clock, for the most part. It's kind of like 8 o'clock. It's 8-ish. It's definitely in the 8 o'clock hour. And we are here in the rainy weather. Hold on. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? You're over here acting fizzle. You're over here acting fool. Calm your ass down. My cat is over here doing her little Olympic joint. You know what I'm saying? She's doing her little. I don't know. You know how they say when animals don't get a lot of exercise, particularly cats. When they don't get a lot of exercise, then that's when they start doing they little, I don't know, little decathlon, whatever. Just running from one end of the house to the other, like pew, 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 pew. So she on one tonight. So yeah. It's the weather. The weather is very, very severe right now over here. In Philly, it's very rainy, very, very, very windy. So I guess we are getting a little touch of that little fall hurricane that they was talking about. This is going down out there. It's getting real out there. I hope everybody is safe though, And if you are safe, that's a great thing. Holla if you're not safe, make sure that you can get somebody to help you to get to safety. That's want to make sure everybody's is okay out there. What's going on? Veronica Freeman. Oh, Veronica. Oh, Veronica, girl, what's going on? And Cherry, Dana, Cinderella, Dane. Well, it's the woman, Dane, with fame. Cinderella, Dane. Well, it's the woman, Dane, with fame. What's going on, Dane? It's the Dane. Oh. You just gonna run for nothing, huh? You all right? She like, yeah, I'm good. I'm getting these legs stretched. And my brother from another mother, Norris Hill. Sit back, relax, do your thing, max and chill. What's going on, my brother? Thanks for coming on through. It's always good to have my eyes on you. And it's true word. So we're talking about good looks, but no sex appeal. Good looks with no sex appeal. We can get all the way into this tonight because this should be a little deep. How can you have way above average good looks but no sex appeal? How is that? How does that work? When you normally think about somebody who has no sex appeal, you're normally thinking about somebody that is either of average good looks or not really that good looking at all. Maybe they're a little funny looking. Maybe they're a little goofy looking. Maybe they're a little, like something just ain't there. But when you talk about somebody who's good looking, above average good looks, like when you first see him, you're like, yo, so the John. Tell her that I asked about it, that type of thing. But then you realize, like, oh, wait a minute. It could be the way she walks. It could be the way she talks. It could be her voice. It could be there's something missing, and it becomes abundantly clear to you instantly. Like, oh shit. Yeah, this is not the full package. Shorty pretty, without a doubt. Maybe she pretty. Maybe she has like a good team, but she don't have a good coach. You know what I mean? You got a good team, but you need a better coach. So maybe she needs somebody to show her how to wear her clothes, or what better, like a better way to dress. Because sometimes the way that you dress can definitely ramp up your sex appeal. It could be the way you walk. I don't know. I, for one, put a lot of stock in the way that a woman walks. And I don't think I used to do that. I remember my man back in the day, he used to talk about the way a woman walks. And I used to be like, a walk? I'm looking at her ass and her titties. What the fuck you talking about? Face, ass, titties. Face, ass, titties. And then, but I realized like, I've known women who had all three. Still wasn't sexy. Now, how did that work? Because she might have been a little frumpy. She might have been a little knock-kneed. Not saying that you can't be knock-kneed and still sexy. But the bottom line is you may have some challenges that you need to overcome in order to increase your sex appeal. Now, what is sex appeal? What is sex appeal? And by the way, this is not just a she situation, because men have sex appeal too. And a man that has sex appeal will let's put it this way. Sex appeal for a man will get him far. And I've known plenty of dudes that weren't that facially good looking, but I heard mad women calling them sexy. And mad fat dudes that were being called sexy. Big sexy, they called them. People tried to say that about Biggie. The late notorious B.I.G. He even said it. Ugly is up, black and ugly as ever. However, I stay coochie down to the socks. Not saying that coochie sweaters will, increase your sex appeal, but I had heard, women call Biggie sexy. I love it when they call me Big Papa. You know he didn't write that song. You know who wrote Big Papa? Craig Mack wrote Big Papa. And Biggie, that was much to Biggie's chagrin. Because Puffy ordered that. Yeah. Craig Mack wrote Big Papa. And when you listen to it, it starts to make sense. Like, throw your hands in the air if you were true. That's what Craig Mack would say. That wasn't what Biggie would say. Think about it. Yeah. That mega hit, that was Craig Mack's. Craig Mack got that money. We talking about Puffy, right? Well, anyway, I've known big dudes, fat dudes. Now, I ain't gonna let motherfuckers get away with what they trying to do. Listen, I've known fat dudes that was called sexy. They knew how to put their shit together. They had a certain kind of swag about them, and they was able to get girls. They was scooping them along with everybody else. It is what it is. Sex appeal. Now, when we start talking about what sex appeal is, what are we really talking about when we say sex appeal? I'm curious to know. Does sex appeal means appeal sexually? Like, can you have sex appeal and people not want to have sex with you? Do you have to want to have sex with a person? Do you have to want to have sexual intercourse with a person in order for them to have sex appeal? Think about your answer. Think about it. I had to think about mine. And I'm coming up with probably. Probably. Yeah. I mean, these people who have sex appeal, I guess they are pleasing to your genitals. They cause a reaction below the belt. Somewhere in the groin area, you feeling something going on when you see them. Yeah. Either something is hardening or something is flowing. Now, some people may argue that fact. My brother Ansel Jones is in the house. What's going on, my brother Ansel Jones? Good to see me. Some you. T. Carey Wright says, wait, hold on. Narcil says, some will appear, to be the total package until they start talking. Oh. So you saying that the sex appeal can go away when they start talking. Interesting. I'm thinking Michelle A. T. Carey Wright says, sex appeal comes from the confidence a person has. Does it? You can't lack confidence and still have sex appeal? I think I've seen it done. I've known people who had mad sex appeal. They didn't know they had shit. They wasn't even trying. I think sex appeal is an energy. It's an energy. Because people can try to have sex appeal, and then I've seen it work. A little bit of makeup and, pumps and, high heels or whatever, and short this, revealing that and all of that. Yeah, instant sex appeal, but it's artificial. I think it's artificial. You may not agree that it's artificial. You may not think that it's artificial, and you may be right. You may be right. Biggie wasn't sexy at all. Ugh, not in person or on paper. I'm going to go out on a limb and say you were probably not the number one fan in the Biggie fan club. No. Nonetheless, I've heard mad chicks say that Biggie was sexy. The same way that I've heard mad chicks say that Lil Wayne is sexy. And I'm like, that motherfucker ugly as shit. They like, you ain't him and he ain't you, and he got what he got and you got what you got, but he's sexy. I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna have to fall back on that one. Cherry says you can be sexy and not be handsome or cute. That's exactly what we're talking about tonight. But when you really think about it there, Cherry, can you be sexy and not be handsome or cute? Because are we saying that handsome or cute is restricted to only your face? Because I don't know. I think that a woman is pretty, well, not pretty, but good looking. I will say that pretty, I think, only has to do with the face. I will go out on a limb and say that. You either got a pretty face or you don't. But good looks doesn't necessarily have to be your face. It could be a combination of face and body. Absolutely. I've seen many a good-looking chick where their face wasn't really all that. Yes, I have. Like, that body is crazy, though. Mad crazy. And ain't no way. I don't care if she had a face like a dog. With a body like that, I'm not going to say she not good looking. Yes, she is. And she's sexy. Good Lord. Somebody about to have some puppies tonight. Somebody's going to have some puppies tonight. Woo, woo, woo. Who let the dogs out? Woo, 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 woo. Who let the dogs out? Woo, woo. Let's go, y'all. What you know, y'all? Y'all ready? Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, it is the Daily Gogetemism Show. And we're talking about good looks with no sex appeal. Good looks with no sex appeal. We're also talking about sex appeal with no good looks, if that's possible. If that's possible. Let's get into it. If y'all would like to call into the show, I invite y'all to call in. And the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. That's a number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes. Y'all, I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby, 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 Get your shine, baby. 319-527-6199, baby. It is the Daily Gogetemism Show. We're talking about good looks, but no sex appeal. Carol Chamberlain, if I were what's going on, ma? How you feeling, Ja Biggs? Ja Biggs. What was going on, kid? Ja Biggs. No, it still says, rest in peace to the overweight lover, Heavy D. But see, Heavy D was fat back in the day before he lost all that weight. I honestly believe losing the weight probably contributed to his death. But anyway, he was fat, but Heavy D wasn't ugly, even with that little eye thing he had going on, But he wasn't an ugly dude. So, but a lot of women did consider Heavy D to be sexy. That's why he called us the overweight lovers in the house. The overweight lovers in the house. I didn't like Heavy D. I didn't like his song. Now, I mean, it wasn't that I didn't respect him. It's just that he was his songs was a little bit too happy for me. And that's messed up, right? But yeah, it is what it is. I couldn't feel it. Man, now I could feel it, you know. No AVD. Me not like AVD. I didn't. I was like, he need more. Them songs need to be a little harder for him to have a strong voice like that. I ain't trying to hear that overweight love a heavy D. I don't know. Need more street for me. All right. Okay. TK right says, "Oh my God, Norris, you were so right about when folks open their mouths and mess everything up." Interesting. TK right says he was sexy to them because he had money. Talking about Big Papa. I mean, did he really have money like that? He's messing around with Puffy. Mm-hmm. So that's why Lil Wayne is sexy too. Lil Wayne. All right. We're gonna get into some other people. We're gonna get into it tonight about some people who may be considered to be sexy, but may not be very good looking. My number one go-to, your girl Whoopi Goldberg. I think Whoopi Goldberg is ugly. And no, I don't mean just not good looking. I think that she's ugly. And I always have thought she was. She's not getting a pass. I don't see anything about Whoopi that's good looking. Not face, not body, not anything. But some people would say that Whoopi Goldberg has a lot of sex appeal. And I've heard it said. And you know what? I can understand what they're talking about. It ain't passing the smell test over here. But I see what they're talking about. That voice, that raspy, voice, that she talks slow. The fact that she has been with some men that were considered to be very handsome. You're like, what the fuck is Whoopi doing? What Whoopi doing? What Whoopi doing to them white boys? So some people would say that she has sex appeal. And I wouldn't even dispute it. Like, ugly ass. I kind of see what you're talking about. I'm not going for it, but all right, okay. TK Wright says Chub Rock was sexy for real. Okay. Now that's an interesting okay. All right. Cap Chambers says, "Oh, you didn't get the notification." Okay. TK Wright said, "Okay, wait." Stacy White says, "Some people hide their sex appeal because they want to be kept." Well, how you going to get kept if you hide your sex appeal? Somebody got to see it. Shoot, I've known full garbed up Muslims that was sexy. Like, listen, I can see through the hijab, the khimar. I can see through all that. You a sexy Muslima. You one of them sexy Muslimas. GK right says, I like some of Biggie's music. Lil Wayne, aka Jiminy Cricket, fuck out of here. Okay. I think I know where you stand. Okay. No, it says more like Stripe the Gremlin. Wow. He is a little ugly. He was an ugly kid. He was a little ugly teenager. He's an ugly man. But hey, they be talking about he's sexy though. They be talking about he's sexy though. They be talking about he's sexy though. I don't know. TK Right says a sexy person's confidence is embodied by their energy. Confidence isn't always overt. I think it is. I think confidence is always overt. Yeah, I think it is. It's not always verbal. That's for sure. But overt, yeah, you can tell when a person is confident. You can definitely tell when a person is confident. Because whatever they're confident in, they're doing. They're performing. They don't have to be talking about it. A lot of people who talk like they're confident really aren't confident. But people who are busy doing what they do, you can tell when they believe in it and when they don't. All right. Carol Chamberlain says Heavy D had sex appeal. I'm just saying. Okay. All right. Veronica says Heavy D and Pimp C. Pimp C. All right. One half of UGK. Pimp C. All right. And Sales Jones says a lot of people's sex appeal goes up 1,000% when they're in a relationship. It's an extra confidence when you have someone. Oh yeah? Is that a fact? So is that the same as showing off because you got somebody? Y'all said I wasn't never going to get no man, but I do. Y'all said I couldn't get that girl, but I did. I don't know. Actually, I think that's a shitty way to get confidence. But hey, that's just me. I would never want my confidence to come from the fact that my girl is pretty. I want my girl to be pretty though. Don't get it fucked up. But I wouldn't want my confidence to come from that. You know, there was a lot of that back in the day. Yeah, my girl prettier than yours, which means I'm better than you. I'm like, you still a sucker boy. You can't take that away or change it. You can't take that away or change it. All right. No, so it says pushing my son around in the stroller was a magnet. Fatherhood, sexy. I've actually heard that. Fatherhood, being an active father. Damn, ain't that fucked up though? Damn. Being a responsible parent, a loving and caring parent, could make you sexy. Well. Ain't that something? Veronica says, and a puppy, huh? Mm-hmm. Cherry says Scorpios are very sexy. Not all of them. Definitely not all of them. There are lames in every sign. That's for sure. I ain't saying that Scorpios aren't sexy overall. But we definitely not gonna put everybody into that bag. This is why I'm hot. So, yeah, this whole sex appeal thing, having good looks with no sex appeal. Like, sometimes it's easy to explain, and sometimes it's not that easy to explain. It's not. But I've known a lot of girls over my lifetime. I've known girls that were very pretty. Especially like back in the 80s, when the hair thing was very important. The hair thing. Because I say that the hair thing was important because this was before weaves were commonplace. This is before weaves were called weaves. It was called extensions. Like, you have fake hair, you got extensions in your hair. We were definitely far from calling weave hair. So in the 80s, if your mom, insisted on you looking nice, whether she started you out with a kitty kit, dark and lovely, a little pressed John, got the straightening comb banging, however it was. So I've known chicks that were pretty as hell. Like, her mom made sure she keep up right, but her mom couldn't make her sexy. She couldn't do that. There was something else. There was something else there. And it's funny because how you go over a girl's house and you meet their mom. I've seen some sexy moms, and I've seen some moms that were actually very good looking. I was like, but there's no sex appeal. And I didn't really know what sex appeal was, to be honest with you. I didn't really know what sex appeal was. I just knew there was a certain kind of energy. But let's get into that. Do you have to want to have sex with a person for them to have sex appeal? Is that what sex appeal means in its purest form? Does it mean that it makes whoever is attracted to you want to have sex? Because I'm going to tell you, the pretty girls that I knew that didn't have sex appeal are the ones I really didn't want to have sex with. Like, yeah, she is a pretty girl, but I'm good. I wouldn't want to date her. I don't want to go with her. And I don't even want to do it to her. A pretty girl that you don't want to do it to? Well, how come? Because I ain't got no sex appeal. It's not that she didn't look like she wouldn't do something, get freaky or whatever, but it's like, no, I don't even feel that. Like, you don't shake up my snow globe you don't shake up my snow globe of emotions or affections. But I've seen it. I've seen it in real life. And I think I know that I've known women, girls, whatever, that felt that way towards some men. Like, it's like, yeah, he all right looking guy and everything, but it's just so. They might have said that he was corny or he had no sex appeal. He didn't appeal to her sexually. He didn't make her want to take her clothes off. You know what I mean? He ain't make her want to do it. That type of thing. Cherry says, I believe being sexy is an energy you could turn off. Oh, you could turn it up or you could turn it down if you're aware of it. I definitely turned it down when I was married. I walked around like a kept woman. You can't be a kept woman and still be sexy though? Well, how did you get kept? And so team under the sea, Cancer. Scorpions, Cancers. I'm sorry, Scorpions, crabs, fish. Well. What have we here? But yeah, you could definitely be good looking and not have any sex appeal. You could definitely, have a lot of sex appeal, but not be good looking. No, I don't know about that. Think about people that you've known or have known about that you say had a lot of sex appeal. They weren't even a little bit good looking. Like I don't know. I'm not buying it. Maybe I'm just not in the mood. But somehow I don't know. I don't know. Good looks, but no sex appeal. Good looks, but no sex appeal. Robin Ming, my big sis doing a thing. She's something like a queen for a king, no doubt. Thanks for coming on through. Good to see you. That's what's up. But yeah, sexiness being an energy. Now, I mean, unfortunately, sometimes you may get in an abusive relationship where somebody makes you turn your sexiness off, or they actually take it away. Can your sexiness be taken away from you? I know one thing. Abuse is not sexy. I know another thing. Depression is not sexy. Whining and complaining all the time, it's not sexy. Acting like a little old bitch, it's not sexy. So I guess, yeah, it kind of goes to what T. Carey Wright is talking about confidence being sexy. I do believe that confidence is sexy. I just don't believe that you have to be confident in order to be sexy. Just don't know about that part. I see that we have a caller on the line. Caller with the last numbers 2192. Welcome to the Daily Gogetemism Show. Thank you for holding. What's on your mind this evening?
Yo, what's going on?
Feeling like a real man should. What's going on with you, my brother?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. It's kind of a touchy topic, but this shit it's crazy. This is my take on it. I feel like it has everything to do with confidence and how it's perceived. I was kind of mixed up when I was like coming up when I was younger, because like I got mixed feelings, and that's what's harmful to me now. Because when I was younger, I always got made fun of because my lips were big. I had big lips, you know what I'm saying? And I guess the circle that I was around, the people that I was hanging with, they would always make fun of me because I had big lips and whatnot. But I didn't notice until I got older that there was nothing wrong with me. That it was probably a lot of hating going on, but females loved the way, you know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted big lips. Like even females, they want big lips. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and with that, like self-esteem. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like just self-esteem could be dismantled at an early age. You know what I'm saying? I think self-esteem has a lot to do with it. You know, just like I said, I feel like I'm mixed up. I don't really know if I look good or if I have sex appeal, but I do have my moments to where I like she can't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? I know I got my shit on. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I know I look good. You know what I'm saying? Like it's you heard me? Yeah, but like I be having those moments, but I just gotta have that moment. But it's like it kind of mixed me up. I never to the point to where I want to switch sides and like, hey, no, nothing like that. But it just had me mixed up to where I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I didn't know I looked good. I didn't know this is pleasing to people. I didn't know, you know what I'm saying, people actually fuck with me, you know what I'm saying? Because of the circles or the friends that I was around. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of hating going on. I wasn't the youngest in my group. I always hung out with older cats, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, but it was kind of like, you know, it probably was some hating going on, you know. But even to this day, like I even had some girls say I look too good, like I look like a player or something, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll get their own outlook on me before I even, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some of them say I look like a fuck boy, like, you know, all type of other shit. But it that's what I'm saying. It gets me mixed up. Like when some people say shit like that, it's like, damn, my confidence, you know what I'm saying? It kind of be like, what the fuck you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So it gets kind of confusing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of it has to do with self-esteem.
Yeah. A lot of times when your self-esteem is high, your confidence is high, is a certain energy of sexiness can come out of that. And that's not to say that when you don't have any, when your self-confidence is low or your self-esteem is low, it's not to say that you don't have any sexiness, because there's still an energy that may be involuntary that you're giving off. So there may still be like even when you burn something down, you can tell that something was there. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah. You know, real recognize real. You know, you can tell when you can tell, and you know when it has never been there, or when it's artificial, you can tell that too. Let me ask you this, man. Have you ever dated a girl who tried to be sexy and overdid it, and maybe overshot it and missed the mark?
Tried to be sexy, overshot it, missed the mark. I think I need to live life a little bit longer, brother, because it be some stuff that I'll be like, damn, yo, maybe I ain't lived enough. But nah, I have had not really. I don't think I've ever been with somebody that really felt like they was like, you know what I'm saying, just bad like that. Like I said, like always shot underneath my mark that I felt like I deserved, or that I felt like I can actually have. So it's like I don't know, I kind of use that as a protection mechanism, so I won't, you know what I'm saying, get my feelings hurt and shit like that. So I always fuck with lower grade, you know. But I don't think I ever been with nobody that thought they were sexier than what they really were. You know what I'm saying? Now that's the thing. I think this is another thing. The curse that keep on giving. I make girls feel good about themselves. You know what I'm saying? I make women feel good about themselves. Like the women that don't think that they that sexy or look good, by the time I'm done with you, you a totally different person. Like you actually, like, you know what I'm saying? You ready. You know what I'm saying? It's basically I get motherfuckers ready for other motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? That's a curse for me, but I'm doing a service. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm always just getting other motherfuckers ready and getting them ready like like a bird getting their kids ready to fly out the nest. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm always getting motherfuckers ready. That's how I feel. Like I always help other people with their self-esteem and you know what I'm saying, just getting that shit right. You know, and by the time you done with me, shit, yeah, you full blown, you ready to go.
Yeah. All right. All right. Have you ever known a woman who appealed to you more when she was dressed down than when she was dressed up?
When she was dressed down than when she was dressed up.
Yeah. Like when she wasn't even trying, she was really better looking or more sexy.
Oh yeah.
But when she tried to when she tried to be sexy, it was like it's all right. Like you already had it. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
You already, you know, you kind of
when you add on all the extra shit,
yeah,
and you try to do a little extra, and then it kind of like yeah. But I also get what Nora said earlier about, you know what I'm saying, when they start to open their mouth, because it was one chick like that I seen on Instagram that you know what I'm saying, she was from Houston area, kind of, I wouldn't say just big like that, but she was pretty. She was a pretty big girl. You know what I'm saying? She was pretty. Like, and I was like, you know what? You know what I'm saying? Shoot, you know? And, but when I started hearing her voice and hearing her talk and videos and shit, I'm like, nah. I'll get annoyed fast and a bitch. Hey, man, if you just shut up, you'll be pretty as fuck. But, nah. Hell no.
Yeah. I mean,
so that voice, and when they start to open up their mouth, then it says a lot, both ways.
Yeah. And it's funny because when you say when they open up their mouth, it's like it could be their voice, it could be the way that they talk, or sometimes it could be they set of teeth.
Be sexual.
You know
if they ain't, yeah. If the top ain't right, then
that mouth,
you might can't
grill,
end up on bottom.
Like, yeah, that grill looking like project windows. Like, yeah, what we doing? What we doing? Some up, some down, some crack, some got
blind dot hanging from the
some up, some down, some broke, some crack, some got the air conditioner in them. Like, what we doing? What we doing? They all the same color, y'all said. But yeah. I mean, there are possibilities. But have you ever messed with a girl or knew a girl who really wasn't all of that good looking, but she was sexy as hell? For some reason, she turned you on like crazy. You couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, that was I was just thinking about that earlier. Like, that's crazy. Cause I was looking the girl that I was with like 5 years. Like, I ain't had no kid by her. She ain't had no kids. It was like, you know what I'm saying, around the same age, same shit. But that was the longest relationship I've been in. But at the same time, that was the one that, and still to this day, that was the one that made me feel like, yo, even though I knew she wasn't the best at sex, but she made it, she still turned me on type shit. You know, and I was just looking at an old sex video that I still had hidden in my phone. Mm-hmm. And I was like, damn. Like it kind of remind me like not like kind of the reason why I didn't mind leaving, or I didn't mind letting it go. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of, I was like, oh, okay. So this is what I'm missing out on. Okay, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of earlier when I was thinking, I was like, maybe this is why people want people to delete shit after you leave a relationship, because now every time I look at this, it could remind me why not to talk to your ass, or you know what I'm saying, or just like why I shouldn't be too much worried about trying to see you, you know what I'm saying, speak to you again, cut. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just took me back to when shit was the way it was, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm back and I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm straight on that. So yeah, I know when, you know what I'm saying, somebody can have a sex appeal, but yeah, I try to use that not to even fall back, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hold on a second. I see we have another call on the line. Caller with the last numbers 4580. Welcome to the Daily Gogetemism Show. Thank you for holding. What's on your mind this evening?
Well, there you go. What I'm going to say is I had a girlfriend that looked better without makeup than with makeup. She always wore a minimum of makeup, but when we went out on Christmas and New Year's, she got dressed up, put on the cake makeup. I didn't look that good, at least not to me. So yeah, there are girls out here that look better when they're practicing minimalism as opposed to putting on the bullshit that covers up their shits and all that crap. I like a girl who is puts on just the barest minimum of makeup and doesn't even have to look that good. Because you can date an 8, a 9, or a 10, but you better be sure, I guarantee you, that when you start rubbing that makeup off when you're fucking her, she's going to look like a dog, a goddamn dog. So I'd rather just date somebody who's going to look the same way, you know, and give me what I want, as opposed to some broad who thinks that she's all that and gives you an attitude.
So, all right. So hold on. Let me bring you up to speed a little bit. I don't know how long you've been listening offline, but what we're talking about tonight is good looks but no sex appeal. So we're talking about how some people can be very pretty or very handsome, but they don't have sex appeal. They don't have that energy that, you know, that, hell, come over here, you know. So have you ever experienced that? Have you ever known some women or been with a woman, whatever, that was a good looker, a hell of a looker, but they just weren't sexy, like, you know, no sex appeal, but definitely pretty?
Well, most of the time it's the chicks that I see online, actresses, starlets that I take a look at and I say, you know, she's pretty, but she's got no sex appeal. But I've known one or two in my lifetime that were pretty, but when they open up their mouths, they just exuded a lack of intelligence, a lack of common sense, or a lack of personality. And I've told friends of mine, if you don't want to talk to it, don't fuck it. I told that to a friend of mine in the office one day. A new girl came in. She was attracted to him. They went out. He fucked her. Couldn't get rid of her. Couldn't get rid of her. So he comes over to me and he says, you know, Joe, you were right. If you don't want to fuck it, if you don't want to talk to it, don't fuck it. So he comes into the office one day and she arrives early. And she's waiting for him. She's sitting by his desk. He comes over. He immediately takes all of his stuff, all of his desk, and moves it to another desk just to get rid of her.
Wow. Okay. So you know what? Something you said caught my attention. You said you mentioned the word intelligence. And for a lot of people, intelligence is very sexy. Dealing with somebody who can hold a good conversation, knows a variety of subjects, is willing, can teach you a little something, is willing to learn a little something from you. You know what I mean? It just seems knowledgeable about a lot of things, or at least like that. That has that type of innocent curiosity about them or whatever. You know, it's like a lot of people think intelligence is sexy. Do you agree? Do you think intelligence is sexy?
Oh yeah, I do. Especially when it's coupled with somebody who has a good personality. If you're intelligent but nerdy, who cares?
Okay.
But if you're intelligent and you know how to carry a conversation and you act like you're a woman of worth, even if you're not that good looking, yeah, the intelligence helps.
Okay, I think so too. You know what I mean? I love a woman who's smart. I love it, and I think it's very sexy. But you know, you may be on to something there, because there are some people who use their intelligence in a way that isn't sexy. You know what I mean? Like,
right?
Like,
yeah.
You know, thinking that they're smarter than everybody else, or trying to outsmart everybody else, or trying to tell you how smart, tell you or show you how smart they are, or whatever. When you're really just trying to hang out, relax, chill, be comfortable, have a good time, and they out here trying to act like they on Jeopardy or some shit, and you like,
yeah.
What is look? What is get the fuck out of my face, shorty?
yeah.
For 300.
We're not playing. Come on, yeah. Yeah. You don't have to know the answer to every single question that isn't even being asked. Yeah, I know what you mean.
No, some people create situations where all of a sudden you getting into a random trivia, but not in a fun way. You know, they're trying to. It's like they have something to prove. It's like, come on,
yeah.
You know, there's a time and a place for those types of things, and you know, out on a date or just trying to go to a get together and have a nice time with other people in a social setting. That's probably not the time to do that. You know, like don't nobody give a shit about that.
You're right. Right. You don't want to show off every time about so-called intelligence, so you have to act as though you're Mrs. Encyclopedia. No. What men really want are women that are responsive to them in a very positive way. They want a woman to be their support system, to have their back, and not to give them any real problems. Intelligence is part of that.
Yeah.
You want somebody you can have a conversation with. Even though she may have a different point of view, even a diametrically opposing point of view, if she knows how to express herself in such a way that kind of makes sense, then that is sexy.
Yeah. So, what is it about the bimbo that has gotten so to be the poster board or the foundation of what people think is sexy? Like, why is it that a lot of times when we think about sexiness, we think about somebody who isn't that smart or doesn't have a lot of talent and whatever, but we consider them to be sexy. Like, is it possible that lack of intelligence or lack of education is that sexy to some people? Evan, I think it has to be, because they seem to advertise.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's sexy.
Okay, it is. It's a thing.
Oh, you think so? Okay.
It has to be.
Yes. Slow is sexy sometimes, bro. Like, and not just speaking for myself, but speaking from men. I don't know about the older men, but younger dudes, and even nowadays, man, and it be the slow ones that be the best in band.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the typical stereotypical bimbo was the blonde valley girl. I think people wouldn't mind getting with her because she may seem like she's easy.
I ain't mean slow like that. I mean, just, you know, some girls are just they got it all there, but it's just like, damn, are you serious? And most of the time, it's the bow-legged ones, like we were talking about earlier. It's those niggas ones that walk funny.
Yeah.
Bow-legged bimbos. All right.
Without a doubt. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing about this sexiness thing, whether you consider somebody to be good looking or not, because it's funny, because just like sexiness might not mean the same thing to everybody, we also know that good looks don't mean the same thing to everybody. Everybody doesn't always agree about who's good looking and who's not. There's a lot of subjectivity when it comes to that, judging one way or another. But I know for a fact that, a lot of times, especially in the movies and on TV or whatever, they will push the dumb blind. We all know about the dumb blind. Look at
Marilyn Monroe was a dumb blonde.
She was definitely a dumb blonde. As a matter of fact, I know she wasn't as dumb as they made her seem. No fucking way. But even remember Three's Company, the way they made Suzanne Summers act. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Chrissy Snow?
Right.
Definitely sexy though.
Yeah, but
no denying that.
Yeah, but she was cute. She was sexy, but she was also, since she was a bimbo, she didn't seem like she was much of a challenge either. If she was pretty and sexy and a Mensa candidate, a man would have to really be on her level for her to be attracted to the man. But for, what was her name? Casey, I forgot whatever the name was of the character. But Suzanne Summers, if she was really that stupid,
Chrissy Snow,
then any man could come along and impress her.
Mm-hmm.
So I think men would be attracted to the bimbo, not because they're especially sexy, but because they're less of a challenge, in my opinion.
Well, I don't know if they're less of a challenge. Just because somebody may not be all of that smart, it doesn't mean that they don't know who they want and what they want. You know what I'm saying? Like pretty girls aren't always easy to get with. They're not always hard to get with either. But they seem to know who they want and what they want, whatever. I mean, even if there's just a price tag associated with it, or whatever, or an income level, nonetheless, it is what it is. So, but as we talk more and more about this thing, like I said, it can go in a lot of different directions. It's like the roots of a tree. You know what I mean? They spread out, they dig down or whatever, and they build the foundation of what you think sexiness is or isn't. But yeah, there are people who are going to think that sexiness is, has everything to do with the hair and the makeup and the heels and the dresses or tight dresses or short skirts or whatever the case may be. And there are other people who may think more organically about what sex appeal is, and they think that is something is almost God-given. You know what I mean? You either have it or you don't. Anything artificial isn't good. But that's not going to not going to cover everybody. We're going to have to include different forms of thought and opinions and things like that. So, but sex appeal is a real thing, and normally, I believe anyway, when it's really there, when it's really present, it's undeniable by most. But it may be appreciated in different ways. Just like we were talking about earlier, where we may think that intelligence is very sexy. The next man might be like, man, I don't give a fuck about your intelligence. I need you to wear this and do this and act this way and whatever. He or she may need it the way that they need it, and we nonetheless, you're going to find what's good for you. I just think it's odd, or it's phenomenal the way you can be a good-looking person. You can be a pretty girl or a handsome man and still not be considered to be sexy. Meanwhile, you can be considered to not be a pretty girl or a handsome man and be considered to be sexy?
Well, that's true. I think it depends also upon the way you carry yourself too. You can carry yourself in such a way that you exude sex appeal, even though at first glance you're not considered handsome or pretty.
Right. Yeah. I'll tell you what, like people in the chat room were saying that sexy, confidence is sexy. I think one thing I think is really sexy is self-control. Being able to control your emotions in certain tight situations or hectic situations, where most people would get real frantic and panic, and you're like, wait a minute, we're going to let this thing play out a little bit and try to attack it the best way possible. So keeping a cool head, I think that can be very sexy, especially in a woman. Shit, that shit sound pretty dope to me. So
yeah, I like to say that earlier, bro.
Mm-hmm.
When a woman can cool down, or when a woman can keep her composure, or you know what I'm saying, ain't really just gotta put up a fuss about everything type stuff, or won't even embarrass you in public like that. That is attractive, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's not, we praise, well, I ain't gonna say we praise it, but we promote. We definitely promote it. All of that ratchet, crazy, throwing bleach on clothes, busting out windows, slashing tires, setting clothes on fire, smashing PlayStation 4s, all that old loss of self-control shit gets so heavily promoted, especially on social media, that it's like you'd almost think that exercising self-control is nerdy or corny or unattractive or less than sexy, when I think it's the total opposite. You know what I mean? Even if a chick will just stand back and let you play yourself, you know what I mean? Like, yep. I see your phone ringing. No big deal. You know what I mean? But we pay more attention to the ones that lose their mind over that shit. But I mean, really, when you go crazy in a situation and it doesn't work out the way that you want it to work out, is that sexy? I'm not sure if that's sexy. So maybe the women who exercise more self-control have been the ones who played themselves before, and they said, I ain't doing that no more. I'm going to become the hunter. And a hunter doesn't go around just shooting at everything. They wait until something comes to them and they bang it out. So,
true facts.
Yeah. So, but once again, there are different ways and different angles to look at this thing. We're not always going to agree on what's sexy and what's not sexy, who's sexy and who isn't sexy. I mean, we could go through the whole list of celebrities and the who's who, but I don't like to do that. I like to talk about real people, because you see way more real people than you ever see on TV and the movies. So how does that play out? Because at some point on each day, you're going to have to interact with people in real life. So how do you handle real life? How you handle things in real life and in real time may determine your sexiness level. You might be considered real sexy and all that. So shoot, some men.
Your body tells you. If a girl turns you on, you don't expect her to turn you on, then that's sex appeal. Your body's telling you the chick is sexy. There was one chick I met when I first met her. She looked okay. Then I saw her later. It was in the street. We started talking, and she was not intelligent. She was okay looking, but for some reason, she was just fucking sexy. And eventually I got with her. But the first impression was, okay, you know, who cares? And I couldn't tell you today, you know, except that I think the reason was when I first saw her, she was working in a restaurant and she had herself from covered up. So by comparison, when I saw her out in the street, she was wearing a tighter blouse and you know, tighter and I guess sexier pants. So she looked better by comparison. So she looked good compared to the way that she looked when I first saw her. So that might have been it.
Well, how about this? You know one thing I think is sexy? When a woman can really drive well. You know, like, wow. This chick
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
You know, like, yo.
I know a girl who did you. Yeah. I know it sounds silly, but it's like a talent. If you really know how to park without having to go back and forth 30 million times, if you know how to turn the car smoothly and you act like you know how to turn the wheel, yeah, it can be sexy.
Hey, Joe, I don't think it's silly because, you know, when you're riding in a car with especially a woman that's not sexy. I mean, I'm sorry, that's not confident behind that wheel. You know what I mean? That's not a fun ride. You're like, yo, I'm thinking I could just listen. I want to just put my seat all the way back and chill. You got me. You got me sitting all the way up. I don't do that shit. Like, yo, I gotta make sure. this chick fuck around. She fuck around and hit a curb or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to go through a window tonight. You know how it is. Listen, you know how some women.
This is not a roller coaster ride.
Yo, real shit.
I know.
You know, or they drive so close. They so close to the wheel. They damn near on the dashboard. Like, yo, you can't. You almost. You damn near sitting on the windshield wiper.
I remember one chick, she was so relaxed behind the wheels like she was born in a car. I know. And then I never met anybody who was really like a statue driving a car. But there, you know, most people aren't sexy driving a car. But I knew this one chick who just was. The way she just turned the car so confidently, knew how to apply the brakes right. And like I said, when she parked, she didn't have to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. She just parked it, bang. You know, and I said, you know, that takes talent. You know, it actually takes a little bit of talent to do that.
Yeah. See, you talking about, you use the word park. Whenever somebody use the word parallel park, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh shit.
Some people, I know. They'll take a minute to park, and you're going, all you got to do is go back once, go forward once if you know what you're doing, and bang, you got it. You know, and they taught me how to parallel park in driver's class.
Right.
And, you know, and it was easy to learn, you know, and I'm seeing people that I don't know. I'm seeing, like, you're walking down the street, you're seeing people park, and you're thinking, this guy or this girl has to be half blind, or something in her DNA or his DNA is made out of molasses. It's like they're backing up, stop, backing up, stop, backing up, stop, backing up, stop. They're still about 13 feet away from the curb. Then they move a little closer to the curb, try to move up forward, stop, move up forward, stop, move up forward, stop. Then they try to move back again. And it's like, you got to be retarded. You really have to be retarded to do what you're doing.
Well, evidently there are a lot of retarded people out there. But yeah, when a woman can drive, that's some sexy shit. Like, yo, she really whipping this shit. Like, the fuck, you know what I mean? Like, it's pretty sexy.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's.
So you knew a girl who actually almost looked like she put a tits through the steering wheel.
Listen, I've seen women dress. Remember back in the day when cars had hood ornaments?
Oh yeah.
Remember they had hood ornaments? They were flexible and shit. Yeah, they were so close up on the wheel, they were damn near on the damn hood. Like what the fuck?
Almost stopped the windshield.
Look, like you don't need a steering wheel. You remember how the old planes, the prop jets with the propeller? You had to turn the propeller. Remember how they had the steering wheel was like the half wheel. Like you need one of them shits. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't need a regular steering wheel. But
you need a special steering wheel. you need a special edge steering wheel.
Yo, man. Yo, listen, man. I'll never forget my stepmom. May she rest in peace. But she was the most horrible driver ever. As a kid, I'm in a car like, what the hell is going on here? This is the slowest, worst ride I ever seen. Yo, what is this shit? Like we gonna fuck around and run into a snail. It was bad. Like she couldn't drive worth shit.
I can imagine you was looking up at your mom when you were a kid, and you're right next to her, and she's backing up, moving forward, backing up, moving forward. And you're looking at her, you don't want to say anything because maybe you're about 10 years old or so, and you're looking at your mother like, Mom.
No, my mom could drive. My mom could drive her ass off. My stepmom, she was horrible. My stepmom was horrible. I was just glad I didn't have to drive with her a lot. Like whenever I had to ride with her, I was like, I got some tokens. I can take the bus. We don't have to. It was that bad. It was that bad. I was like, I mean, because she was very neurotic and she was scared behind that wheel.
Jesus.
Yeah, she ain't had no skills. No skills. You're thinking like,
so she was always like passing 2 inches away from the next car, bro.
Listen, her chest was on that steering wheel. That's one thing. And and no, she didn't ride close to any cars. It was, I don't know. It was bad. There was a lot of stopping and starting. It was bad. And the first car that she had was a stick. I'm like, how are you driving a stick? You can't drive a stick with like this. This shit is this slow shifting shit. You never gonna get up to third gear. Not like this. No way. No way. It was bad. It was bad, man. That shit was...
And hearing the ships crank and stuff and grinding the gears.
All I know is nothing that slow should be that scary. I was like, this shit is this. So this is what they mean by dying slow. You know what I mean? A slow death. I was like, nah, I'm more than willing to jump out of this moving vehicle. But anyway, yeah, man. But listen, we got to get out of here. I appreciate you. I appreciate both of y'all coming through, calling in. I had a good laugh tonight, and I needed it. That was a good look. So y'all have a good night. We're going to do these birthday shout-outs, and I'll get back at y'all.
All right, take it easy, go.
All right, man. Peace. Good stuff there, y'all. Good stuff. All righty. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious October 29th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box. Tahiba Williams. Tahiba. Happy birthday to you. And also Yeti Alvarez, happy birthday to you. And Nikki Davis, turning 47 years old today. Happy birthday to you. And my girl, Markia Pratt, a.k.a. Kiki Pratt, turning 31 years old today. Now, isn't that amazing? And also Anissa Cole Nini, turning 46 years old today. And Christian Donnell, a.k.a. Chrissy Pop, turning 33 years old today. That's right. KC Mo, Kansas City, Missouri, stand up all day. And my man, Philly's own Kenny Whitehead, the son of the Whitehead brothers. Happy birthday to you. And also Jeffrey Williams, going all the way back to the 1983. Jeffrey Williams, happy birthday to you. And Brenda McNair, turning 47 years old today. And Seth Turner, turning 38 years old today. And Tay Muhammad, my girl Tay, turning 47 years old today. And Garner Winthrop, happy birthday to you, my brother. And Gogetemism Mamie Buford, turning 45. Bow, 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 bow. Yeah, what up now? Happy birthday to you. And last but not least, going all the way back to the 1985, my man Lewis Williams. You know what time it is. That's my dude. Lewis Williams. Lewis Greggs. I want to say happy birthday to all of you and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious October 29th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud, just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, man, listen, check it out. Peep game and understand what I'm saying to you. Ooh. Man, sex appeal. Good looking, but no sex appeal. It can happen. Not so good looking, but mad sex appeal. It happens. At the end of the day, it really is to each his own. What's going to be sexy to some people is not going to be so sexy to everybody. What's going to be not so sexy to some may be extremely sexy to others. Just like what might be good looking to some might not be so good looking to others. One of the things that we can think about while we're talking about this whole situation is think about, getting back to the celebrity thing. Think about some of the celebrities out here that we consider or that the media has pushed the envelope of being so good looking, so beautiful, so beautiful. Have they all been sexy in your opinion? Has it been manufactured sexiness? Or have there been some that they tried to push off as not being so sexy? And maybe they really were sexy. Somebody like Pee Wee
90 seconds.
Somebody like Pee Wee Herman. I'm just saying. I want y'all to have a great night. It's Friday, still a little something left. It's late for me. Listen, there won't be an Urban Therapy with Son show tomorrow morning because I gotta work tomorrow. Gotta work
60 seconds.
Work tomorrow, but we will be on Sunday. And I promise that we will. It's time for us to depart right now, but we're going to be back, so relax and chill. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. It's going to be okay. Yeah. Have a great night. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all back to life. And I said, and make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. And I hope y'all enjoyed listening to the show as much as I enjoyed broadcasting
10
it.
seconds.
Thanks to both of the callers who called in and all of the people who said, dang, I should have called in but didn't call in. Peace to y'all too. All right, so this is what we going to do. It's going to be all right between me and you. It's going to be okay. Okay. I reloaded. Okay. I reloaded. Okay. I'm gonna take my ass to bed right away. You know, look at that. All right, let's go. For my Instagrammers, Fire Slammer Jammer, thanks for coming on through and let me exercise my grammar. I holla. Yes. Get back, y'all. All right. My YouTubers. Yes, I'm down with you. My booba's busted. Busted. It's gonna be all right now. All my sexy people, my sexy go-getters. This one's for you. Yeah. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay. Hey. So get with y'all, man. I see y'all on Sunday, but I see y'all in the book and other places. You know how I go. Love is love, baby. Blind, crippled, the crazy, you know. TG show, and we out of here. Y'all know how we go. Peace.